Alrighty, good morning YouTube. This is actually the second time I've made this video because the first time the batteries died. So, we're starting over again. Look, actually had to finally do some work on the truck. New upper and lower ball joints, idler arm, intake gasket, fuel pressure regulator, which the first one I put on failed and shot gas out of the engine and started a small fire which burned up wires over there, but nothing major. Fixed it, runs. I'm going to finish this today, but this video is not really about that. It's about that. This is my wife's new car. Well, new to us car. This is a 2006 Chevrolet Uplander. If you will, it's a Chevy Venture in disguise. We went looking for a Suburban and got to the dealership where we usually buy our cars at, and this was sitting in the back. They were about to start detailing it. They'd done the outside, but they hadn't done the inside yet, and they hadn't done anything to the engine or anything. And she walked past the door, looked in, saw it, said, "That's what I want." And so that's what she got. They hadn't even had a chance to put this thing out yet, but that's what she wanted. We had a 98 Chevrolet Venture that she absolutely just loved, and we got really good service out of, so we bought this one. Even got my Army Strong sticker on there. There's my temporary tag. Every time I buy a car, they change those things. But as far as body damage on things, it has like next to none. It's got a little spot on the bumper right there and some scratches. No biggie. This was originally a budget rental car, and then went to they sold it, and it went to an auction, and then from there it went to a dealership in Fort Worth, or Irving actually, and they sold it to a woman, and it got repoed, and from there it went to another auction. She'd only had it 2 months, or about 3 months actually, and from there it went to another auction, and from that auction to the dealership that we picked it up from, and us, which, if you count actual owners, makes us the third owner, but really, between all the dealerships and crap handling, we're about 5 or 6 down the line. But we're going to call it, we're the third owner. So this is a LS package, which, since it was a rental car, you know, they don't order all the extra fancy stuff, but it does have power windows and door locks, automatic headlights, CD player with a whole bunch of stuff on it. I haven't figured out how to use it because I don't drive it that much. And front and rear air, trip computer, the XM, and the TomTom we added. And it's a really cool van. I actually like this thing. I've driven it a few days since we've had it. We've had it about 2 weeks, and I really like it. It runs really good. It's a 3.5 liter, which is basically just a slightly larger version of the old 3.4. It's been around forever, which was a slightly larger version of the 3.1, which was a slightly larger version of the 2.8. I'm using my head. That's talent right there, folks. So this engine 60-degree V6 goes back all the way to the early 80s. It's gotten larger and larger over time. Some new toys added to it. So, I've got good history of these engines. This is an undetailed version. Usually when these dealers get them in, they detail them and clean them up and everything. They didn't have a chance to do this with this one, because we bought it before they finished it. She didn't want to wait. Excuse me. So, you're seeing this thing is how it was driven by the lady that had it before. You see there's no oil leak. There's barely any dust on the engine. It does have a Fram oil filter on it, which is going to get changed when the oil comes through. I mean, this thing is just spotless. There's no oil leaks on it anywhere. There's no nothing. It's perfect. Got the deck spool tube. This is in really good shape. Like I said, 100,000 miles is wet on it. So, for cars we usually buy, it's pretty new. It's only 4 years old. And we usually get our vehicles right around 100,000 miles, or 125,000. Put the truck out on it. Buick had 97,000 on it, but that is a whole nother story. Where all your accessories and junk are.